channel. Today I am bringing you a speed build. What I decided to build because I could not decide what I wanted to do first. I tried my hand at a penthouse, which I don't think turned out all that well, but we'll see if I go back and finish it. I don't know. I kind of got discouraged because it's not, well, I guess it's not so much that I got discouraged. I wasn't sure what I wanted to build first. And when I started on this, which this build is actually going to be an arts gallery that I'm going to be using in my new Let's Play, which is still being planned and plotted out because I have been a nonstop workaholic lately. Not by my choosing, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do when you have to adult and pay the bills. So I decided to make an art studio slash gallery slash a cool hangout spot for my new LP. That should be coming out, I believe, next week. I still have some things that I need to square away and figure out what I want to do with them. But yeah, I did not do a CAS or item review of this pack. One, because there were so many up by the time I actually got mine, because somehow my pre-order got screwed up and I ended up just having to buy it, which, I mean, I thought that I already had bought it, but whatever, like, it got messed up. So so by that time, like, everyone had already done one, and I was going through the items myself, and there was a lot. I mean, we got a lot with this pack, which oh my gosh, like, it's incredible how much we got with this pack, not to mention the new animations and all that stuff, and just like the new possibilities that we are able to have now because of this pack. I'm a huge fan. There are some things that I wish they would have done differently, but I'm not gonna sit here and list them now because that would take away from this build that we are actually doing. I don't know. I ended up using quite a bit from City Living, but I also ended up using just as much from the other packs because I don't know. I feel like I know some people don't have all the packs and it kind of sucks, but I didn't want to be restricted by anything. So hopefully I can recreate this with maybe just the base game and one pack, or I don't know. Probably not. I'm not going to get your guys' hopes up because I am a slacker and we all know this. So anyway, so back to this build. I really love those windows. I didn't feel like I could use them all over the place just because they are so fancy, and I didn't want to take away from how, I don't want to say like amazing, but how different this build would be. And I think that you can actually place this on even the tops of the penthouse, or yeah, the penthouse lots. I did not include a whole lot of greenery, which I actually cut. I cut doing the landscaping and the bathroom out of this build, I believe. I'm actually pretty sure that I did. But there's not a whole lot, so you can kind of just go and do it yourself if you would want to place this slot. I wanted to keep it very minimalist as much as possible. I just felt like if you were going to do this sort of build, you would want like the artwork to stand out more, I guess. And I was kind of struggling with the placement and the fences and the doors, I think, here, just because I wasn't sure what aesthetic I wanted to go with, and I wanted to use quite a bit of light, which is one of the lot traits, I believe, that natural light one, and I think that there's like two others that help boost skill building for painters and creators while you are here. Just putting in some of those lighted pillars, which I'm actually sure that we take out here in just a few moments because I was trying to make it look really industrial and it just wasn't really working so much. I don't know, maybe I leave those ones. No, I leave those ones at the at the front of the building, and then I think I stick one on the back here. Yeah. And just kind of make those, I don't know what you call those. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm actually drawing a blank, and I kind of feel like an idiot. But hey, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. And I think we're going to start placing some of the items on top of the building here, just kind of giving it life. And those don't stay. I know for a fact those don't stay. Like, it looked cool for a second, but then I'm just like trying to shift them and make them look more dynamic than they are, and it's just like, no. So, okay, those are going away now. Did I get rid of the pillars? Yeah, you know what? I did get rid of the pillars, I think, at least on that one. Yeah. And then decided to put a fountain in here because, you know, you always need a feature to kind of draw people in. And it looks really cool when you're actually inside, with the little bubbles and stuff that I place in here. Well, it's not a fountain, but it's a pool. You know, you guys know what I'm saying. It's a water feature for your house, so that it looks nice. Jeez. Just grabbing some things for that. And I think we changed the wall color to make it kind of like, yeah, okay, we do. So we changed that, and the floor tiles to match, just kind of give it like this dreamy effect almost. And I kind of wish that we would have gotten like more tiles and things like that. I mean, I know that we got the carpets in the free update, which was awesome, and we did get some floors and stuff here, but I feel like I don't have like an actual concrete pathway, if that makes sense. I believe in The Sims 3 you actually got that in the terrain tools, which would be really awesome, not gonna lie. And I know that we have what is it, like the one with the pebbles and stuff in it, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we do kind of have a path, but not like a sidewalk. I don't know, it just, I'm particular, and I just wish that we had that. But hey, you know what, it's all right. And we are placing this crane statue. I believe we actually move it over. Yeah, we do. And then I think the tree goes behind it. It does. Okay. I really should start putting those codes in before I start recording. And I always mean to, and I always forget. Because I don't know. I guess I'm just an airhead. Okay, I'm just going to play around with that for a little bit and trying to figure out the landscaping, which we'll get rid of here in just a moment. Well, I mean out of the video, not entirely. But I really like those. No, actually, yeah, no, those go in there. I really like those statues. I just feel like they're, I don't know, they're harsh, and they have curves, but if you look at it, it's just kind of like a forced curve almost. And I thought that it went in very well with the aesthetic that I was going for this build. And I believe that we actually take the other statue from, what was that, Get to Work? No, not Get to Work, Get Together, and place it down on that secondary. Here I'm just kind of playing around, see what works, see what doesn't. I really like the billboards, but I haven't found a place that I would want to use them yet, anyway. Yet, I should say. And there are two patios out here. This one here at the back is like a painting, woodworking kind of station. I know it's probably not like the best looking, but I just wanted to include something because when you go, or I'm sorry, when we get to the latter part of the build, you will understand why. And I actually had to play with one of my families that's in this world because I have like 8 different saves for just builds, which is insane, I know. But I was running out of lots in the one, and then I needed this slot and I didn't want to delete it, so you know how that goes. There's like a million save games on my thing. It's ridiculous. But anyway, no, I had to take one of my Sims from a game I was playing before I started actually recording my gameplay, and make them paint all these paintings because we have so much in the game, but when you try and place stuff, and I know that there's like different swatches and there's different paintings, especially behind the ones that we got for city living. But trying to make a diverse, yeah, there, okay, there goes the statue. But trying to make a diverse layout for these paintings and different sculptures and things that I placed in here was just like almost kind of getting repetitive because I felt like I was using the same paintings, which I think is just a fault of my own. Because I'm quite picky, you know, it's a thing, whatever. But yeah, no, I had him paint all these paintings, which I have never actually had any of my Sims paint all of the paintings that are in this game, which I kind of want to do only because I've never seen it done. Like, I've never actually seen every painting that you can possibly come up with, and I'm kind of disappointed that they're not in the buy debug mode um, menu. But hey, you know, the Sims can't give us all their secrets, though I wish that they could. And here, this is just a little area for people to. I stuck that garage door in there. I just thought it was really cool looking. Like, that could be their storage or something out there, and they just wanted to create a performance space because you can't have art without music, am I right? I know. I'm right. And I wanted to make use of a lot of the new items that came in with City of Living, like the performance little area right there. I don't even know what that's called in game actually. It's just like an amp and a box of I don't even know what, but I wanted to stick that in there, and I really like that table with the heating element there that we got with City Living. It's just really cool. And I didn't actually notice that's what that was until I was playing with my Sims in San Myshuno. And one of the apartments that they were in had it. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I almost didn't think that it actually existed. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of diversity in the pack, which I like, and it's something different. I mean, like I was expecting it to be great, but I just looking through everything that was in there, it's just incredible. And then there's also that keyboard, which I am in love with. That's probably one of my favorite objects that came with this pack. All right, and down here we're just going to make it look a little bit more realistic, like there's actually been a building there for a while. And like I said, the landscaping on this is completely minimal, which is just gonna be basically four repetitive, yeah. See, they all just kind of look like that, and I decided to add a fountain in front of the water feature that was on the building. Just I don't know, just kind of give it more life because the building itself is very stark and completely forgot what I was going to say there. Oh my gosh. Let me see. No, I don't think the staircases stay there. Well, no, that one on the second floor stays where it's at, but we're going to move the other staircase in just a moment, just trying to figure out the layout for the bathroom, which is all the way at the tippy top, which I know kind of doesn't make any sense because you would think you would want to make it convenient for your guests to get to it, but no, not in my builds. I like to make them go as far out of their way as possible. Here we're just kind of trying to figure out, and I decided to move the steps in front of the door, which is probably going to drive some people crazy because usually when you put a staircase in front of the door, it's centered with the door, and that is not the case for this. And then there's a chandelier, which I wish we had more of, but we're slowly getting there, guys. We're slowly getting there. I think it moves over one more. Oh no, maybe it stays like that. I think it does. Okay, and I'm trying to think what comes after this. Alright. And then over there, since you have to have like an art table in here, which I did not realize until I was, what was it? I think it was like right after this, and I checked what you needed to do it, and then there's the layout of the bathroom. That'll be, I think we move that once, we take it one square off. Yeah, that last square by the stairs is taken out. But, no, I didn't realize that you needed an activity table, and it kind of struck me as odd. I'm like, it's like an art gallery, but then again, there's classes and all that kind of stuff being taught there. The people that go to the classes have kids, you know what I mean? There's some place for them to play while their parents are painting or gathering downstairs around the bar and just enjoying the art that is in front of them. So we're just kind of mapping off that little area right there. I think we changed the fencing. We do. Okay, just so it matches the rest of the building. Alright, placing in lights so I can see what I'm doing. And I don't like how when you place a light, if you have a glass door, how bright the light into the next room becomes. And I don't know if that's just a glitch with my game, but I noticed it a lot, especially in my Dine Out series. The house that I'm using for them, the hallways like that, and they just look so bad when they're walking through the house and their faces are like this bright flashlight of light in this one area, and then they move and it doesn't look like that anymore, and it's just very odd. We're just kind of mapping out display areas for the artwork. I'm putting things on top of the walls to make them look a little bit better. Because if I'm going to an art studio, like I don't want to see unfinished walls like that. I don't know, which you would think that you would, because given the activity you're doing, you should probably want that. But hey, you know, I'm an odd bird, and we're just kind of making use of the studio lights that I believe came with Get to Work, and I like the spotlight of them and how they just illuminate what's in front of them. Also using that in front of the bar just to kind of give it a bit more life. Just placing more lights around to make it brighter. And I do have to say, the origami looking light that we got, I think, is probably my favorite light of all time. Well, no, I take that back. The lights that we got in the I can't remember what it was. Was it movie hangout stuff? The 3 lights that hang down, that's like my all-time favorite light. And I don't know why, because it's not like an old person's light, but I just remember those lights being in my great-grandmother's house and loving them, just thinking that they were the coolest thing ever. I'm also a very lame child, so, you know, don't have to aspire too much for anything like that. So we're just kind of mapping the layout here and putting in the woodworking areas. I think we add another one in here just to kind of balance it out. Yeah, we do. So I know that doesn't look the greatest, and I probably could have added some more things, but I just with how this build ended up being, I didn't want to clutter it too much, and there are certain areas where I tried to do it and I wasn't feeling it. And those shelves don't stay in. They actually are going to come out here in just a minute. I think I'm looking for those, the back bars from, there it is. Back bars from Get Together, which I like that they match the existing shelves that are in the base game. It's super helpful. But no, we're just, I forget what I was even talking about. Totally forget what I was talking about. That's wonderful. I clearly have not had enough coffee this morning. It's only 9 a.m. Ooh, it's a rough one. It's a rough one, it is. But we're just kind of finishing off the bar area right there. What was I talking about? That's going to drive me insane. Absolutely cannot remember. And I was trying to fit another like seating area away from the bar that was kind of close to the bar, and I'm pretty sure we end up taking that out. It didn't look right to me. I don't know why. Oh no, that's what I was talking about. I tried not to clutter everything up. That's what it was. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Sorry. I know I'm jumping all over the place, guys. But no, I just didn't want to clutter everything up because the way that everything was looking and feeling, it was just very clean cut. So I don't want to say that this would be like a more prestigious art gallery. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it just I definitely should have placed those differently. Oh well. Um, but no, I didn't want to clutter it up because everything just looks so modern and clean cut. And I don't know why I do that, but I gravitate more towards modern looking buildings. Maybe that's just my thing. Like maybe I'm just weird like that and I don't like old fashioned things, but I don't know, just I like the clean cut edges and how it looks overall. I'm a very monochromatic lover, I guess. I don't know. That sounds really wrong, but I like the color scheme. It's just very plain and then it's very bold when you use it correctly. And I just wanted to add in some splashes of color. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing here. There we go. Um, but I just wanted to add in some color pops here and there. Obviously, you're going to have color with the paintings and stuff, and maybe that's why I picked the grayscale that I did, but adding in like the chairs and just little bits and pieces here and there, which we'll actually go back and add some shelves here at some point and kind of stick some doodads on them like like that, which you'll see here in just a minute. And we go with the bubble fountain behind the small seating area. I just wanted a little place that you could come and retreat, but while you were sitting you could still look and enjoy all of the artwork that surrounds you. And yeah, I was just playing around with different things because I didn't want to do just paintings. I wanted to have like sculptures and things like that sitting around, just different types of art all around you because it's really cool. And what was it? I think when I went to the the National History Museum, I think it was in DC, with my mom quite a few years back. That was one of the things that I really wished they would have done with that because it's a grand place. Like, it's amazing inside, but it's just so bland. Like, it's just pictures on the wall and then there's displays with things in them, but it's not, I don't know, when you think of natural history and stuff like that, you want to see, I don't know, displays. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong place. I don't even know at this point. Yeah. Okay, so talking back about this build, we're just adding in some different things to put on the walls and the shelving units, just trying to find things to place on them to kind of liven the place up a little bit. And I think we actually go for those quills. Yes. And we just place all of them there because that could be an art piece in itself. I don't know. Something about writing. Who knows? Who knows? What was this? I think this was just like a little display, sort of. There's lights that go on in here in just a moment. Those lights. So it's kind of like a whole display piece and not just the painting. I can't remember what painting we actually end up putting there. There we go. Okay. So just skipping through, trying to figure out what paintings I want to put around, because I wanted to kind of have a flow with what was going on the walls, but when I started to run into trouble about what to actually put on the walls was when I started to struggle with placing the paintings and what I wanted to do with it initially, and it about drove me crazy. So just kind of placing mirrors to make the room look bigger than what it actually is. And I think that's a really cool trick that you can play on yourself and think this shuffles down just as space. But it's really cool how you can use optical illusions to kind of make spaces look bigger. There we go. That, and I like using the wall pieces for actual art pieces, because there's just so much that you can actually do in this game, and it amazes me how much we're actually given and what you can do with the creativity of it. It's just this is why I've been playing Sims since I was like 9. That is a very, very, very long, very, very deep love. So we're just kind of I think we end up putting a picture frame over that. We do. And like I said, and then there's just another example of making a piece out of things that were already in the game. And there is the branch from Dine Out that's going on the wall. I thought about using the window, the little window metal, whatever those things are. I don't even know what they are. But I wish that they had come in more options than the one we were just given, which I have no idea how long it takes or what it takes to actually make that. So I'm not complaining. I just wish that we had more options of the window decals that we got. So we're just using the faceted sculpture, and I think, yeah, we take one and we just, I don't know, it's just, that's a very different looking a different piece. You can just kind of play with it. Here I'm just placing the mirrors from Spot A and a rainbow effect because it's cute, because everybody likes rainbows, right? And then, yeah, this is where I really started to struggle, because I could not remember what I placed downstairs, and I tried to like make a whole wall of paintings, and I think there's like 4 in total, and then that's just kind of when I was like, I need to find more paintings. Like it's just a thing. And then I did play test it, so you can actually take the paintings off the walls that I had my sim put there. Sorry guys, I don't know what's wrong with me this morning. I'm just kind of congested and but no, I was struggling to find paintings that I would actually want to see in an art gallery myself, and then I was just kind of like, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, this looks so tacky, and I didn't like it, and it's like, ugh. And there's duplicate in different color, just trying to cycle through and use as much as I possibly can. And if you guys can hear that scratching, my kitten has found the drawstring from my sweatpants and is trying to wrap it around my legs. Okay, so here this is, oh, nope, she's attacking my foot now, sorry. No, so this is when I realized you actually needed the activity table, and I had to take a break because the painting thing took actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to. So we got quite a few paintings out of my sim, my poor sim. He's so tortured right now. He is literally my tortured artist. So this is going to be the kids' room, and a lot of these paintings actually end up staying in here, and some of them come out, and we'll finish up the walls around the building. A lot of confident paintings, which I did not realize we had until then. And I think that it's kind of funny that all of the kids looking drawings are actually in the confident section when you have your Sims paint them. Alright, just adding in a couple things, because what is an art studio without an acting place for all the little kitties? I think we're about to put the codes back on because I'm going to have to change it. I didn't know what to do for like this space because it didn't really fit in with the rest of the build, but I wanted it to look like it was just like the rest of the build. So this was like an art studio, or was the original art studio, and people kept bringing their kids in and they were being disruptive during tours and stuff like that. So they decided to move their section outside and give the kids this. Wow, I really just came up with that. Okay, I'm down with that backstory. So that's what it is. Just kind of just trying to figure out some stuff to put on the wall. My cat has jumped on the chair successfully. She is now tearing it up. So just ignore her in the background. We're just trying to place some things around, make it look more kid friendly. There's the backpack going in, and I believe those books go on the shelf, and we get a table with a radio just to kind of make it more, I don't know, more kid friendly. I don't know. They can play their little CDs while they're being taught how to draw and things like that. So there's that. The toys kind of go up there. And again, those are probably like toys that the people donated from their own kids, or, you know, they just kind of left them behind. So, and just dressing it up a little bit more, trying to give the kids some more things. And I believe, yeah, this is where we color the two walls and make use of those flowers and frogs. And I think there's the tree and the clouds and stuff. And when the room was finally put in, maybe those were like a little dedication thing for the kids that were going to be there frequently. So I kind of like this backstory. I really like this backstory for this one room. How am I about to make a story about one room? Like, are you serious right now? I can't even stand myself sometimes. So we're just kind of putting those all over the place. Maybe the flowers are for the boys and the frogs and everything else. Or no, flower. You know what? It doesn't matter. Each kid has a name on the sticker. Okay. So the kids' room's done, and we're just trying to figure out what to do with all these paintings. And I really like that one with the shirt. I haven't actually seen it before, like, ever. And my sim painted that, and I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, that's a thing? So I definitely, I don't know, I was kind of amazed at what my sim created for this art gallery. And I don't know, maybe he was thinking of me and just wanted to make my job easier so that I wouldn't be sitting there for 3 days trying to create paintings for this build. But I'm pretty impressed with what they actually can do once they have enough skill. And it's just like, oh, my baby's growing up. I'm just kind of trying to fill the space. And like I said, I wanted to add so much more, but I couldn't bring myself to clutter the space. And we're just kind of placing, we place some places to sit and just kind of look. And they're not too comfortable because we don't want you staying forever. So placing some more lights just to get just to make it feel a little bit brighter in here, and some flowers there. And I think, that goes back there. And we end up placing lights and stuff all around. What is that? I think we put a rug, or we try to put a rug. And I think that ends up going upstairs because I wanted to use one of the chalk out areas. There's a rug there, and I think that flower box goes. Yep. Okay. All right. So we'll go upstairs in just a moment. I just wanted to put a plaque there because maybe that light was like someone's life work. There's the bathroom there, and there's not too much that goes in up here. Actually, I think we just place a rug and move some of the paintings around. And just trying to fill that empty space that's there behind the toilets now. So that one goes in there, and I think, we'll place some shrubs there just to introduce a new element into the area, a light. Then I think we'll be going to screenshots here in just a moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and here we are on screenshots. This is the outside of the building. The side of the building, you can see the fountains going. I was playtesting this just to make sure that everything worked and your sim could get to everything. So, and then there's a aerial view of the building, and you can see all the little areas that I put in. There is the lounge area and the painting, woodworking, creative area for the adults. So here's inside, and that is the stairs up to the second landing. Another aerial shot of the room. You can just kind of see all the paintings and things. the urns and the sculptures. Just hanging out, being cool. I like how the colors are like the most interesting thing about this room. And there's our bartender making a drink for one of our lovely patrons. There is the seating area downstairs with the little bubble wall behind it, and I love how that mirror thing looks right there. And then you can see the bubbles going up in the pillar. Here is the second floor with the tables to greet you, different paintings on the walls. Oh, excuse me, you guys. And then I don't even know what that is. Like, that's a place where the Sims make out. I don't even know. And then there's that painting again that I'm in love with. And here's the kids' room. It's very bright and very busy, and it looks like a lot of fun, actually. And then there's some more paintings from the Sim. And then this is the outside area, the woodworking area. You can kind of see someone's already making use of it. And then I went back and added in those two pieces there just to kind of fill out the space. And there's my Sim. And then here's the bathroom. It's just very boring. Really, I mean, it's a bathroom. What can you say? And we did add in those talking toilets because everyone needs a talking toilet. But, and then this is the performance area, so I think this is where we're going to leave this, guys. Go ahead and leave me any comments and suggestions down below, and I'll be sure to get to them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.